Some people love the number line method for using negative numbers, and some people don't. This is the other method that I like to use, and I call this the money method. Okay? You know, a lot of times with these positives and negative numbers, it just kind of takes you to kind of make your own system. Well, this is just a way for me to understand this a little bit better. So I'm looking at the first problem, 3 plus 5, it's just a regular number. And what you want to do is just like the number line method, you start at 3. Except I want to think of it as we have $3. Okay? So $3, that's what we start with. The middle system or symbol, in this case, will tell us if we're adding $3 or we're taking away, or we're going to add to those $3, we're going to take away from those $3. So in this case, we're going to add in $5. I'm not going to draw the symbol in. So the total number that we have is 8. So that's our answer. Now, if it was 3 minus 5, or I lost my pointer, here we go. If it was 3 minus 5 and this symbol changed here, that means that we would lose $5. So that means that these $3 that we had are going to go away because we lost those 3 there, and we're left with $2 in debt. So I don't say -2 as much as I say $2 in debt, which in that case would be, the answer would be -2. So it's just a way to think of it, rather than on a number line, thinking of like dollars that you have in your hand. Okay, so there's separate problems here. We're looking at the top problem right here. If we started with $2 in debt and we added in $5, how many dollars do we have? Well, if we owed someone $2 and then we earned 5, we would pay them back those $2. And then how many would we have left over? 3. So this one would be 3. So in this one down here, -2 plus a -3, I've written over here, we call this adding $3 in debt. So we started with $2 in debt, and now we're going to add 3 more dollars of debt. That means we're owing someone $5 or -5. Down here, this is pretty much the same thing. If we have $2 in debt to start and we lose 3 more dollars, that means we would once again have a -5. Now, the only time that this method gets tricky, just like the other method, is if you have 2 symbols in the middle like this. This is what we call taking away $3 in debt. So we owe someone $2, but then someone takes away $3 of our debt. So that's the same thing as earning $3. So just like before, this is going to be the same thing as -2 plus 3, which will give us an answer of +1. Okay, so it's really similar to what the number line method was, except that you're thinking of money. So for these, I want you to try to say them to yourself, and then we'll talk about how to solve them. So for the one in the top left, we have $6, and then we lose $8 or spend $8. So then we end up owing someone $2. This one here, we start with $2 in debt, and then we're going to add 7 more dollars of debt. So that means we owe someone a total of $9. So here we start with $3, but then we add $11 in debt. So we end with $8 in debt. Up here on the right, we started with $8 in debt, and then we earned 10. So we paid them back their money, and we were left over with $2. These two get tricky. There's 2 ways to look at them. You can think of taking away $2 in debt, or you can change that to a positive sign. So this would be we have $5 in debt, and we take away $2 of debt. So we only owe someone $3, or it could be have -5 plus 2. Down here, same idea, -8, we could change this to a +10, or we could take away $10 in debt. It means the same thing. We're left with $2. Okay, try these on your own. just to see how comfortable we're getting. Okay, so I'm going to change pen color. We start with -5. We earned $6, so we paid them back, and we were left with $1. Here we started with a -3, and we took away 6 more, so we ended with -9. Here we started with a -4, and we added another -8, so $12 in debt. Here these ones are tricky, but this becomes a +4, so we have -11 with $11 in debt, but we earned $4, so then we paid it all back, and we were still left with -7 or $7 in debt. This one turns into a positive, so it actually just becomes 6 + 8, which is $14. Here we have -4, so we owe someone $4, but then we spend 2 more, so now we owe someone $6. We started with $5 in debt. We added $3 more in debt. We ended up with -8. And this last one ends up being -5. Starting with $3 in debt, we lost $2 more. Okay, so I hope that this helped a few people, get a little bit of better grip on this stuff. We have some more practice. It's all posted on the website.